So this channel is called The Creative Drummer. I feel that creativity keeps me going. It makes me happy. What I want this channel to be about is to inspire creativity in you guys. To that end, this video is about paradiddles. So, you know, sometimes I just sit down at the kit and I start doing paradiddles on the snare, and usually something just happens. So I get an idea and I'm off to the races. And that's what happened. So everything you're about to see is my hands just playing paradiddle. I never deviate from the paradiddle. I didn't copy this from somebody, I made it up myself. And that's my point. I think that you will get to discovering your own voice a lot quicker if you just make up your own stuff. Now this is an exercise, so I'm not saying it's amazing. I mean, this is YouTube. There are amazing drummers on YouTube. I ain't one of them. But it is something that I came up with myself, and like I said, I really honestly feel that you will find your own voice a lot quicker if you just sit down and make stuff up. All right, here it is, guys. Check it out. Okay, so a couple things. So first of all, once again, this is an exercise. As an exercise, it's actually pretty cool because it covers several bases. So there's a coordination part. That's a big thing with this thing. Playing that kick drum pattern against this paradiddle, plus being able to move my hands between the snare and the hi-hat at the appropriate times. Yeah, that was tough. And that kick drum pattern, that's basically from Wanna Be Starting Something, Michael Jackson, early 80s. And that was originally done with a drum machine. But that kick pattern is a great exercise because it really helps develop your foot, and also because it's such a syncopated pattern, it covers like a lot of the 16th note grid. So if you can play that, you can, you know, play other syncopated patterns as well. So it's just, I tend to gravitate toward that when I'm learning a new coordination thing because it helps build my foot technique and also coordination. So we have execution, we have coordination. Also, you might have noticed that I started with just paradiddles on the snare, accenting 2 and 4. So the idea is to try and get it to sound like I'm playing singles and accenting 2 and 4. Get those paradiddles nice and smooth and consistent and even. Now, slowing it down is important. Practicing it at different tempos is a great thing to do, and I can't recommend that enough. And slowing it down really brings out all of the imperfections. So when I slowed this down, I had a really difficult time with it. I slowed it down to, I believe, 95, so here's that. This isn't there yet. I don't really consider this to be gig worthy. I'm not really completely comfortable with it. But here's kind of like the almost magical thing. And I'm sure you guys, some of you have experienced this as well. Like I've practiced the shit out of this. I didn't just sit down and do it. It took me a while to get it to where it is right now. But I feel it's like 90% there. And it's that last 10% that is so difficult. But here's what I found out. Like I could leave this. Like I could practice it some more, and I will. But I can like then not do it for weeks. Literally weeks. And then I'll come back to it. And it's all of a sudden so much easier, you know? I think that's so weird. It's so bizarre that that happens. I think what happens is even when I'm not practicing it, my brain has already started the rewiring process. I've already practiced it enough, so my brain is kind of taken over. And it's almost as if my brain finishes the work, you know? Anyway, I've found that to be the case. For a lot of the things that I'll work on, I'll like really sweat it out and practice and, you know, try and devote as much time as I can to getting a particular thing. And then for whatever reason, you know, and then the next shiny object comes along and I'll forget about this and then I'll come back to it and bam, it's easier. I can't really explain it except by the brain rewiring thing. So lastly, again, this whole thing about creativity, I just want to give you an example of how creativity can, you know, show you things. And if you're open to them, you can come up with some pretty cool things. I just really feel, like I said before, if you make up stuff when you get behind the kit, come up with your own things, then you're going to get better quicker. You know, you're going to stay engaged. You're going to stay involved. You're going to have fun. Because really, at the end of the day, creativity is fun. If you're having fun when you're practicing, chances are you're being creative. All right, guys, that's all for now. Hope you got something out of this, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.